Well, hello. Day seven. Day seven. I'm going home today. Supposed to be going home today. So we'll see. Hopefully. Wow. I mean, let's just soak it in. Yeah. Okay. Oh man, I am a little tired because it is 2 a.m. on day 7, and to celebrate, I decided that I would walk 30 laps nonstop. I was sure to pace myself and watch my heart rate and everything, but I just wanted to be comfortable with going home. I don't want to get home and have some kind of event happen and put that on my wife and kids. I mean, I know that's always a possibility, but I guess I just needed to prove to myself that I was ready to go. You know, that I needed to know that I'd done everything that I could do to protect them and myself. So, and again, none of this is advice for anybody at all. I am not a medical professional. I'm just a guy with a high school education who has cancer, and I'm sharing my experience with you. If you're thinking about making any decisions, talk with your care team. And my care team, they don't care how much I walk. They're monitoring me the whole time, and they, trust that I'm not gonna, overdo it. Like I'm not gonna feel woozy and not stop or something like that. So, consult with your team, your doctors, before you make any decisions. Not somebody that you see on the internet. So now I'm going to relax and go back to sleep. And because I got a big day ahead of me. And I just wanted to share a little bit of that with you, and I'll see you for much more. 10 till 7. It is 6:50 a.m. on day 7, and I will be going home today. Should be. And so now I'm laying in the bed, contemplating if I should get up and move to the chair or if I should lay here a little longer. I was woken up sharply at 6 a.m. because it was imperative that I be weighed immediately and that my belly be measured. So I got up at 6 a.m. It needed to happen very fast. And I got weighed, and they measured my belly. And then they told me, Mr. Langley, we were told that you disconnected your machine last night and was walking around without your machine. You don't do that. And I said, oh Lord. Because at 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm doing my 30 laps, my feeding machine runs out of food. And when the feeding machine runs out of food, it automatically does a flush of 40 milliliters. So after it ran out of food and it flushed, I pinched the tube, disconnected, capped, and I left the machine at the doorway of my room. trying to take advantage of not being tethered and walking while they were changing the food. There's a little alarm, and I'm like, okay, well, they're just going to come and change it, and I'll get hooked back up. But while they're doing that, while they're changing it, I'm just going to enjoy walking. I think it was a big deal. But when I came back and tried to explain, what I did, that I didn't just decide to disconnect myself and run off for the hills. Release these change. You know, the nurse said, "Oh no, you can get an infection. You don't do that." And I tried to explain that I was being responsible in the procedure, but nope, I was in big trouble. So anyway, after I got done with my walking, I went to bed, and when I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, I was hit again with, "Oh yeah, we hurt." So apparently, it wasn't over then. I was reported, and so my regular nurse, who is amazing, by the way, he said, "I heard that you disconnected your day tube last night. You don't do that." And I said, and I explained to him, that it flushed itself, and that I was being responsible. And he said, "Well, you still have to flush manually after that." Okay. So I definitely need to make sure that I have all of that information straight before I leave. And apparently venting the J-tube is not a thing here. They don't practice venting the J-tube. And I've had a few little leaks, and I've had a lot of gas and bloating. So, got to discuss that too. So, that's the beginning of the day. And I'm starting to feel more like myself now that I know that this process is coming to an end, and I'll be moving to the next phase, going home, and yeah. So, getting ready to go home. I just had a shower, and I had a shower without that machine. This lovely machine right here. I'm not connected to this lovely machine right now. So I had a shower while I was not connected, and they took out one of my ports, so I had a free hand to bathe with. Yay, free hand to bathe with. Took a nice shower and improvised my clothing. Cut a little hole there for my tube to come out, but I'm going to have to really work on that because you don't need it pulling on the tube whenever you raise your arm or anything. You got to really make sure that this is not going to get caught on anything. So it's a work in progress. So bear with me. Well, you can follow and see how that progresses. But a few tips for you about taking a shower when you're at the hospital. The water can run off that shower down out into the hallway. So I suggest getting some extra towels and put on the floor before you get in the shower to help you from getting out into a slick floor, having water everywhere, because you're going to get water in the floor. So that's one advice for you. Also, when you're bathing, these little things right here, these little sponges. Now, they didn't just give me those. I had to ask for them. It's a package of little individual sponges, and when you put that surgical soap on it, it lathers up really easy, and it's so much easier to bathe yourself with these. So if you can get those, after your surgery to when you're bathing yourself, oh, it makes so much difference. So that's another little piece of advice for you. Okay? And always ask for assistance. Don't just be trying to go gung-ho and doing things on your own. Okay? All right? That's what this crew's here for, is to help you. You've got to stay safe. Okay? Very important. Just a couple of things to tell you about. Of course, I'm in a great mood and ready to get out of here, but I got to finish getting ready before they hook me back up to the beast. So, look, I know a lot of these videos I'm speaking really slow and they're really boring and they just go on and on and on. I mean, when I watch these things back, I find myself falling asleep. But the most important thing for me was getting the information out there. And people who are really looking for the information, they're not really going to care about that so much. At least I wouldn't. But anyway, I mean, I know that the videos would be much better if I was talking like this the whole time, a little bit more animated. But this is not reality TV. This is not like make believe. This is real life. And so I just wanted people to know that, in a way, I guess I apologize because, some of these are lengthy and I'm trying to find the words, but I mean, I'm in the hospital. I'm not spending a lot of time, editing these things. I mean, the internet here is horrible. It takes forever to download anything. So, just wanted to make sure that I had something that was real. So, if you found this, I hope you found I hope that you found what you were looking for. Ooh, boy, I messed that up. Hey, take two. Okay, let's try this again. I just got a phone call. So I do get a retake. So if you were looking for information and you found this, I hope that you found what you were looking for. Nailed it. All right. Also, while I am on the apology train, I need to apologize for the amount of times you have to listen to me say, that is a reflex of mine that I don't know, that's not what it's called. There's something with speech when you say these little phrases over and over again that it's called, but that is something of mine that I say constantly. And some people might not pick up on it. Other people, it may drive them absolutely crazy. I don't get a lot of comments. So I guess I'm thankful that I don't get a lot of comments, because some of them could be really nasty, saying how many times I say, you know. But again, this isn't edited. It's not rehearsed, practiced. It's just me picking up a phone and hitting record, and whatever comes out, comes out. So, let me introduce you to my little friend. This is my friend. Hello, friend. This provides my food. The little tube comes out the top, goes down and into me, and goes into my large intestine. So right now I am on continuous feeding, which means I'm being fed all the time. As you can see in the settings here, it says flush 40 milliliters every 1 hour. So every 1 hour, it gives me 40 milliliters of fluid. And And that's, it's important to keep the line clean, because if the line, is not clean, if it gets clogged, then it doesn't work. No, that's your feeding rate. That's how fast I'm getting food. They had me really pumped up from what I heard. I mean, I don't know what pumped up is and what's not. But, I mean, for those of y'all who do know, you can see settings there. You can see what's going on. So, yeah. Don't know much about it yet, but definitely going to be hanging around with this guy for a while. So, just thought you should meet him. Waiting on my wife. Well, waiting on my supplies, and then my wife will be coming to pick me up. So I'm feeling nauseous. I haven't really had nausea this whole time that I can think of. I remember thinking just yesterday that how surprised I was that I had not been nauseous. But I'm getting discharged today. There's a lot of excitement. People are calling me. There's a lot of stuff going on. It may be a little too much for me. Plus, I'm trying to make these videos. And I had gotten disconnected from my friend over here, my feeding machine, and got a shower while I was, untethered, unhooked, and I felt great. But I guess I was off the machine no more than an hour for sure. But I just started feeling nauseous. And I still feel nauseous. It's actually very difficult for me to make this video, but I feel like it may, again, it may be one of those things that's important to someone. So, I feel nauseous. I thought, well, I had some diarrhea, so maybe I'm nauseous because I'm a little dehydrated after having the diarrhea, because they're giving me Miralax. They're giving me Miralax every day with my feeding to help my body push this new food through, because I was having a hard time going to the bathroom. So, oh yeah, be careful if you think that you have to pass gas. It may not be just passing gas. So, not saying that happened to me, but just saying, be aware that things may not be as they seem. So, I was supposed to have my pain medication at 10 o'clock. Yes. Hold on, somebody's. The nurse just came in to check my vital signs, and I was talking with the nurse about my nausea, and we both agreed that it's a good possibility that I'm nauseous. From being dehydrated. So I don't want to make decisions for myself on how to fix this. That's very important not to do that. After surgery, your fluid intake is extremely important to be balanced while your body is healing itself. Because if you have too much, then it can cause a lot of problems. So I'll just leave that at that. So please, consult with your medical team, your doctor, your healthcare professional. Don't just make decisions on your own. It's fine to formulate a plan and to have a decision in mind, but go over that with them. Go over it with them. And hey, I get it. It's my body. I don't need their permission. I get it. I understand, but it's for your benefit to get as much information as possible. It's absolutely fine for you to search information, but the information that you find, don't just say, oh, I found this, I'm just going to do it. Don't be scared to have the discussions. Have the discussions. And if you come up with an idea and you talk with your team and you're thinking of doing something and you talk with your team and they say it's not a good idea. Hold on, somebody's coming again. Told you, quality of these videos, right? So, somebody came in, the nurse came in too. She forgot something. So anyway, what I was saying is talk with your team. Don't be afraid to have those conversations. It's fine to make a decision of something that you want to do, but don't just do it before you make sure that it's okay to do it. And that's for your benefit, okay? There's been times where that was really difficult for me because my son, when he was 2 years old, he had to have his lenses in his eyes surgically removed. He's aphakic, and forgive me if some people pronounce it a different way, but I call it aphakic. And what it is his lenses in his eyes, his natural lenses, have been removed. They're not there. So his lenses were not only they were kind of like moving around, which was messing with his vision, to say the least. And anyway, to try to shorten that up with him, he had to have surgery to fix it. Well, I saw that it was my opinion that he needed to have surgery. It was our doctor's opinion that he just needed to keep getting glasses and keep changing the prescription. So, but the question my doctor could never answer that I had was, if his lenses are the problem, how can the glasses fix it when the glasses are on top of the lenses and the lenses are moving? If the lens was messed up in some way and it was stationary and you had glasses on, then I could see the glasses being able to correct it. But when, his lenses are moving around behind it, the glasses aren't going to fix it because, the glasses aren't moving too. Well, they couldn't answer the question. So this went on for a while, for months, and finally, the surgeon, said that he would approve the surgery. And when he did the first eye, he said, I just wanted you to know that you made the right decision, because not only was his lenses partially detached, but they were also shattered. So what he was looking through was like a prism. If I had not pushed for that, who knows how long it would have took to give it taken. But I had another doctor approve it. I didn't go shopping. I made sure that the doctor that that were involved were top notch, you know, for as far as what I could get from my son. But you know, he agreed, and it worked out. So, you know, again, what I'm trying to say is make sure that you get verification from someone who's actually qualified to verify. It's very important. Another thing is that these videos, I know I keep bringing this up, but it just really bothers me that these videos would be so much better if I knew how to edit and put things together and do all that fancy stuff that people do to make it more entertaining, and, you know, shorten this and to put in illustrations. I mean, there's so many things that could be done, but I wanted to make sure that the foundation got laid, that all the information was preserved. So I'm trying not to leave out any details. And who knows, you know, maybe down the road, you know, I may take, you know, the collective body of information and present it in a way that's a lot better than it is now. But for now, you just got to take what I can give you. Okay. If there's anybody out there that is tech savvy and wants to partner up with me, you know, leave me a comment. You know, and because I this problem with esophageal cancer, it's not going away. The food that we eat and the lifestyles we live, the schedules we have, the numbers are rising of people who have this cancer, and there's so many people who have the precursors and who have the cancer that don't even know. So every little bit of information, you know, helps us to give somebody a bit of a better day. So I am still nauseous. So I'm a little concerned about that, because so many things I've seen about the feeding, and even the doctor told me, you know, if you're not tolerating the feeding, if you're getting nauseous, you know, you need to just stop it. But even though I keep telling people that I feel nauseous today, nobody talks about stopping the feeding. And I don't know if it's the feeding that's causing it, but I'm assuming since they're not introducing that into the conversation, that they don't think it's the feeding, because I've asked, you know, if it could be the feeding, and then they say that they don't think it is. So just trusting in that. But I haven't felt nauseous really until now. There's been a couple of little times where I felt nauseous before I was going to bed, and I believe, and they gave me something small so that I wouldn't, you know, throw up, you know, in my sleep. But this is the worst that it's ever been today, and I just can't shake it. I've tried walking around. I've tried lounging in the chair, doing breathing exercises. I mean, it's not like normally in this situation I'd go have, you know, some crackers and some ginger ale, you know, or something, you know, there's to settle my stomach. But you know, I don't have those options now. So they are going to give me some Zofran, because I definitely don't want to be feeling like this when I leave the hospital. So hopefully that will get taken care of soon. 'cause I'm leaving, finally leaving. Where to leave you? 'Cause I'm leaving, heading to the front. Finally getting out of here. Gotta carry you guys with me. We're busting out. Cause I'm leaving, won't be coming back no more. Cause I'm leaving, getting out of here. This hospital's huge. Such a big place. Going home on time is always a good thing. Cause it won't be long, we'll be at the car. Hopefully we won't have to drive too far. Wait. I'm leaving.
Dad, words can't describe how much I love you. I've cried many times ever since you got cancer, and it hurts me seeing you like this. You've always been a strong one, and when people ask who's my idol, I respond with my dad. Without you, I wouldn't be as I am today. I don't know how you and Mom did it, but you raised me right. You have helped me through tough, sad, painful, and even happy times. And now it's my turn to do the same. Anything I can do, let me know, if you need it. You never fail to make me laugh. You are the provider. You are the wisdom. And now it's my turn to say I'm proud of you. I have so many memories, and I am afraid to lose you. I'm so grateful to have you, and I love you. Happy birthday. Love, Yana.